Now joining Love Married Moments, already in progress.
Well, during all that time, how did you take good care of your marriage? How did you take good care of your health?
Yeah.
How did you take good care of yourselves?
Well, I've always took good care of myself. Eric will tell you.
Yeah.
When we got married, he was in the trade, so he
Electrician,
had
yeah.
great health insurance that he had never used in his life.
He was young.
When I got a hold of it, it got used.
You had all kind of appointments, huh?
Man, I worked it out. Anything that was broken, I got it fixed.
Praise God. Yeah.
Exactly. And but Eric, one of the things that he liked about me too, and he married me for, not just my cooking and everything, but
This is a
I
PG
took
show.
he got sick and I took care of him.
Right. Right.
And that did it too.
We made sure that even though we make the sacrifice for our granddaughter and for any other kids at that point, church kids too, we had to make room for us.
Oh, wow.
There had to be room for us.
Because you guys
Because
used to
back
go
in
on
the-
trips and things. And I was like, well, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still do.
Yeah, you went on a trip with Lacey. What were y'all doing? with the great
Oh, that
granddaughter.
was a great Wolf Lodge
Yeah,
last year.
because that's what the little granddaughter wanted. She just wanted to go to the lodge, so they took them all the grown kids with them,
Everybody with us.
and that little baby.
and yep. And
Malachi.
We were
Okay.
trying to make that a tradition because we're going to try to do that again this year. Not Wolf Lodge itself,
But
just
something, yeah.
And-
God
and
bless
hold
you.
it.
Or something. Yeah, we're going to invite you guys too.
Well, we appreciate
Yes.
it. We're busy.
So when did the importance of that self-care, taking care of the marriage, kick in?
I think it's always been like that, hasn't it? I mean, we've always done things together. Eric's always dated me.
Whoa.
Whoa.
He has.
Like that.
He's always dated me.
Always.
Always. Baby, do you want to go do such, 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 you know? And, I mean, we go out dancing still,
Mm-hmm.
you know? We like to go listen to music. We take our little trips together. We were in Pennsylvania
Yeah.
last year for a week.
Now I don't want to scare you guys, but we play role play. We role play.
PG,
But
PG.
let me explain what I mean. I would ask her like I would if I seen her out in the street. Like I met her
Oh,
for the
that's so
first time.
cute.
So we do that just to have fun. And
Yes.
we just did that yesterday.
Yeah,
went
we
on
went
a
out
date.
on a date yesterday.
Yeah, so we try to keep things live. Now, to be honest, when we had all those kids and stuff, it wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, because my mother was a good example. I mean, whenever we did anything, her family went with her. You know. And so it wasn't something that she dumped us on someone else so they can do something. We all did things together. So we pretty much did the same.
Yeah, we
thing.
always had Aisha with us a lot, but we found our moments. We did. We found our moments. And,
that empty nest moment.
oh man, that didn't bother me as much as it did you.
Another
the one that-
nugget. Come
He's
on.
the one that
bring it.
has grandchild withdrawal.
What's that cartoon character, Tiny Toons?
Oh, Vera.
Yes.
I love you, I love you, I love you.
Yeah, Avera or something like that. That's me in the male form.
Yes.
I love my babies.
He loves his babies. We were out with them, what was it, Friday? Thursday. Thursday we were out with them at Bonkers. I mean, and we don't have Nova as much as we did, which it's a good thing. It's a good thing. She got parents, and I tell her, you have parents. But she still, I want to go home with you, Grandma. And
Our
so-
home is still home for them.
right.
Yeah.
It's not even our home; it's her home, and we just run it.
Yeah.
But she's
I'm not for sure that answered your question.
It answered it thoroughly and made me think even more. I'm thinking with the both of you from the way I hear what that's taking care of others means to you. Maybe your discomfort is more emptiness than it is full.
His,
He
not
is.
Carol.
Well, I guess
My house is
if I'm
quiet.
understanding what you mean, I came from a large family. I had 6 siblings. 2 of us, Lisa and myself, never had biological kids of our own. So we loved other people's kids. Nephews, beginning with nephew, nieces, and then all the children and grands and great grands through her. It's just a blessing for me. So I guess with that, when I found out that we couldn't have kids, it
was a little sad for you. It's a blessing in the room for the children, though, that did get to have you.
yes,
That's the truth.
yes,
I tell the nieces and nephews, I understand, you know, you got a little friction about what your parents did or didn't do. But I'm thanking God that they put you in the right hands.
Yeah.
Even though these hands was old and cranky and tired, you know, I didn't have that same get up and go like everybody else.
Right.
and we
But
never.
you were where you needed to be
Yes.
to get what you
Yes.
needed most.
Yeah. I never experienced. You're not my daddy. You're not my grandpa. None of that.
You can get that from birth children. I just want to let you know that. They quick to say what you ain't to them.
Yeah.
And you done gave birth to them.
Yeah, like that time, Asia, she couldn't have been no more, maybe 4 or 5. And she told Eric, "You're not a real grandpa." And he's, you know, kind of took back
Yeah,
on
I
that.
don't know where you're gonna
But
get this
no,
candy
she
from,
turned
get a
around
ride.
and said, he said, "Why am I not a real grandpa?" She said, "Because you don't have white hair and ain't got a cane." Had nothing to do with biological.
That's why they were real grandparents. You know, my mother's mother had 21 kids
Oh, good God
in about the
Almighty.
span of 35, 40 years. During that period
I'm
of time.
sorry, did you say 21 or 12?
21. Single births.
Single births. But
In
maybe
Arkansas.
17, 18 actually were
Lived to be grown
lived to be
adults.
adults and start families. So back in that era, medical or medicine wasn't as well. So when kids got diseases, they passed away. And I remember they told the story that she had 3 or 4 sons that she called Raymond. And each time that son passed away, when she had another son, she calls him Raymond until that actual son became
Made
an
it.
adult. So we talking about having a big family known like that. We had a tribe.
Yes.
We had a town, a little city. So you know how much it broke my heart when we couldn't have it, because I was planning on having a tribe at least. Her definition of tribe is 2 girls, 2 boys, and that's it.
That's a tribe.
Your tribe is like a village with layers of
But our kids is my kids. It's my grandparents, my grandkids, my great grandkids, and I love them all.
That's their Momo. They go against me for him. They're like, the girls, don't ask grandma, she'll say no. Let's go ask Momo. Momo says yes. Seriously, starting with Asia. I couldn't believe when I heard her tell her little friends that. They wanted to do something. Don't ask grandma, she'll say no. We asked Momo, he says yes.
Yeah.
And Nova has the same attitude.
I wonder if that happened with you guys. Were you the hard one toy, and they came to you to ask for things?
Yeah, we definitely experienced that, and Toy confesses that immediately. You know, she don't shy away from what she's not, but she also celebrates what's available to her. And when we decided to get married, the big deal was the package. Her thought was she'd never find a man of my caliber, because no one who wants to take this on.
I didn't want to take it on.
And I basically said up front, I'm not just marrying you, I'm marrying your package, because I know that's where her peace and her comfort was at too. And when I said it, I think I've lived up to
Better than I did.
walking in it. There, some days she's wanting to walk away. I said, well,
He's
wait a
like-
minute now.
I'm like, you probably want to leave. He says, no. I said, well, I'm leaving. I'll see y'all around.
No, let's just take a little break and then we got to come back.
We laugh about that ourselves.
Yeah.
Because I'll just say it this way: the PG program, we all had characters in our family.
Oh, yeah.
All
Oh, my
characters.
goodness.
And we'll tease each other at times. I said, but you got so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. But she'll say, but you got so-and-so, and so-and-so, and so-and-so in your family. And we laugh about it. But what you said is so true. It's like when we got married, your family's my family's yours.
And that's what I love so much about both of you, and feel like I know you eternally. there's something in just the spirit of what we do that made me know you as soon as I met you, because it's more of an eternal thing because of what we're doing here. So because we live these lives we live of caregiving and bringing things together, who do you think will be our legacy? Do you think you breed it
Which
or
one of
raise
yours
legacy
is gonna
that's
be what
going to
you
come in
did
and
to
take up
care
some of
the
this stuff?
extended?
Because we don't want to retire from this. We actually know we love what we've done and the impact we've had in lives. But do we think it's been picked up by those that we're investing in?
I think Nova.
You do?
I think Nova. I think Asia will do to a certain extent,
Yeah.
because it's just like my son Eric. I grew up from the time I was a baby. My grandmother took care of my great-grandfather. My mother took care of her mother-in-law, her dad. Me and my brothers and sisters took care of my mother, my dad. We take care of our old people. And my son saw that growing up. It didn't dawn on me about any of that. But when his dad had cancer and was dying, I had feelings about some things because I didn't care for him a lot, like I probably should have.
The Lord
because
is not
he's a
done
human.
with you
He's
yet,
working
my
with
sister.
me. But my son took his dad in his house as hospice,
Wow.
and his dad died at his house,
Well, praise
and he took
God.
care of him, which clicked in my head. Okay, well, this is what he saw all his life. How we do things. His kid's mom, her dad, he was sick, hospice. They took care of him at home too.
Amen.
When that man, I went over there that Wednesday and to see him. Something told me go see him, and I went over there, and he was struggling really bad. And I told him I will take the kids, so you guys can take care of some things here. Erica didn't come with me, my youngest granddaughter, but the two boys did, and I took them to worship, to Bible study with us. And then I got a call that he had passed. Well, my son was there. When he passed, my son washed him, changed his clothes, and got him looking right. So when he left out of there, he was going to look right. And when I look at that, I'm like, this is because of what they saw growing up. I think Asia may still have some of that, because she says she wants to take me and Eric when we get old and take care of ourselves. And I'm like, I live with you.
I think the reality of it is when you look at our kids, in our case, our child, and then our grandchild, Eric, and then Asia. Yes, there are a lot of things that you raise them that you don't see in them, and you make you wonder: did we make any kind of impact?
I gave all my life
it's
synergy
like,
for this.
It doesn't show any signs that you guys act like you were
Now
walking
y'all
in the-
preaching now.
like you were living in the jungle like Tarzan and didn't have any upbringing. But then you begin to see those things, like the example of his
See 'em
dad
unfold
and
in
what
their
he's
own
done
lives.
with his family. And we
Yes.
raised Asia, his first child, but he's doing better with his other children. So we see the family element in there. And then the same thing with Asia, especially the religious part of it. and we hope that we raise her enough that when she leaves, she comes back in time.
They say
pray
raise
for
them
that.
up.
But we see certain things that she does with the kids, and said she's rubbing off on us on those areas. So we're grateful for that. We're still here to help guide them, and hope that in time, we don't expect them to become us. That's not even.
And that's exactly what I told him, because we do Sunday dinner.
right.
And
I
I didn't
too.
like what Lacey was saying one day. I think Allie's going to be the Sunday dinner person. And I said, Allie, when you're doing Sunday dinner, don't fix Lacey a plate. And then Allie was like, I'm not be running around here cooking everything. I said, y'all can go to McDonald's. I don't care what y'all do. The point is, I need you to be together. Don't y'all go out here and give birth, because look to your left and your right. This is who is going to help you raise your children. And y'all ain't getting along with cleaning nothing around here, so how y'all gonna raise children? So keep that in mind. carry this thing forward, but it doesn't have to look the way John and I are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It just has to happen.
Exactly.
Right.
You
Happen,
cannot
put your signature in.
disconnect. You have to stay together.
And imagine how intimidating we could look to people who are developing it. Because they look at us and they see perfection. We know we're not perfection. But when you're caregivers and what you mean to other people, even when they don't know how to appreciate it,
Right.
you look like perfection. But they also see that deeper side so that later on, it's not about perfection. If you just step up to do it, the rest will just kind of come with it because it's already in you. So I think us, as we grow older, being able to step back enough and even let them participate, even if it looks flawed and they're fumbling over stuff,
Exactly.
you know, decrease the heat on them and just let them know that at least they're doing it in front of your presence.
And now, some of the fellas came over, I don't think it was last summer, but the summer before. We'd go on a grill. Peyton, Xavier, James. I mean, there was somebody else too. Every piece of that meat was burnt.
Every piece.
John and I was in our room because it was like a Saturday. We was down there. We was just munching on that food. John said, "Look at us." They remembered us and fed us, and we just down here eating it. We just glad to have it.
And they came to me, "John, is it the grill right? Is this how you do this?" And I'm
It
staying
was
out the way letting them
wonderful.
do it. And when they brought up the offering, I thought, well,
We's
We
gonna
gonna
eat
eat this
it anyway.
because we didn't have to cook it, and it pleased
Sacrifice.
them to serve us.
Right.
And so that's what I'm talking about, having the consciousness to know wherever they're at least let them exist in that space, in your presence.
That's
Right.
exactly. I
And
couldn't-
receive it.
Right.
I couldn't say it better than that because my thing was growing and learning, and that's the good thing about us too. I don't care how old we are; we're still growing and
You
learning.
better believe it.
Is knowing when to allow them to go into their far country,
Ooh, that's a hard one.
but also knowing knowing the difference between writing them off. You know, if they go in their
But
far country,
if I say,
can help,
if
will,
I
but-
say to the Lord, I am praying for their physical life and their spirit. And if you cannot save their life, Lord, please save their soul. I'm not giving up. What I'm doing is getting out of the way to allow God to finish the work. Sometimes we want things for people, but we're too busy in the way, and God can't get to them to get it done because we always, And so when I come down to that prayer for you, I'm really backing up. Is it going to be easy for me? Am I going to sleep? Am I going to cry? Yeah, I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm not going to touch back on it. And that is not easy at all. And I remember telling my father, I could do that with my child. And I could say, this is what I know I can do. And I could do this piece to the maximum of my ability with the grants. But what I can't do is both. And so, Lord, this is where I'm at. And I'm going to let y'all know, God has been more than faithful. Anything at any moment that was needed appeared. To include Johnny B. Hyman, because I didn't dream of him.
Yes.
He out there
He's a good
doing
man.
his transportation committee ministry. We had to get his brother certificate one year because he said, I hate this job. I'm going to quit this job. I'm going to let this job go. I heard him say all he needed was a certificate. I said, let me get down here and make this certificate. Because I ain't getting up at that time of day. I got to sleep to the last minute.
And that's the piece. That's the piece as you go along the way when you see folks enjoying their rest that could do the same thing you're doing.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't.
They got cars too.
I couldn't do it.
Pop, he's progressing in a lot of things, but Pop know how to get up early in the morning. He still drives, so I'm thinking you could go on the transportation committee. Toy, you retired, you can go on the transportation committee. But no one's even
I had to stay up all
trying.
night to make that happen.
But I think that goes back to the commitment that I made, which is a whole lot deeper than the convenient, comfortable part of it. and I think y'all led to this earlier, there was a call that preceded your actions. You knew what God had called you to do before it appeared in front of you. So it was easy for you to commit and journey through whatever the process was, because it's kind of like Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. First thing, Lord, let this cup pass from me, not my will, your will be done. The second one is like, now if the only way this cup go pass is if I drink it, your will be done. That's two different conversations.
Right.
Two different stages of commitment and expectation. And when you have that, there's a peace and a comfort in that. And to think that with all that pain you had of not being able to have children, and then God gives you a tribe.
Could get away from him if you wanted to.
Wow.
And it's not always as clear,
No.
like what his will is or what
no.
you were destined to do.
I
But
did because
we learn-
everything was smooth. The way
That's
was
it.
smooth.
That's it. When you
I
try
got a job
something,
I didn't
and
even
it's
apply for.
That's it. When you try something and it
That's
seems
Lord.
like it's an obstacle after an obstacle after obstacle, and then you try something and it seems like it's smooth. And especially when things happen to go your way and your hands wasn't in it. That's kind of how you know God is speaking in your life.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just it's beautiful. We still learn that even today. We still want our kids to be at a better place. But
You're right.
we have to learn to let God move. When we put in God's hands, there are times when we let him move, when we just step back. But there's times that we move when God's moving. It's like when you went praying for a job, then you're sitting on the couch watching The Young and the Restless. You still got to go out and put applications in. So there's times when you ask God to work that you move with when God moves.
Right, you move
and it's
in
time
the
that you
cloud.
just sit back and let God move. And you have to know the difference.
And like I said, Nova Rain, that's gonna be my caregiver.
I
She
see,
takes care of me now.
I see different people doing different things in the crowd that we have. I really do. Now, Tobias and little Harrison, that I call the stew, they stayed on my poor dad's case. So he's over here, he's over there, he's here, he's there, he's here. And Lacey too, and Lacey ain't even here. One day I said, did he go get a job? He's up early, up and out early. And they said, no, we don't think he went and got a job. We think he's doing this right now. I don't know how they keep a track of him, but they do it,
They do.
And Stu especially seemed to be real sensitive to, does he need something? Checking on him a lot during the day. And then I think Stu will be a good cook. He's going to definitely be the gardener, because even though our garden didn't do what I had hoped it would do, it wouldn't have done none of that without him, because I was sweating, something touched my forehead, and I was done. And he put that stuff in the ground and kept up with it, kept up with the flowers that my dad put out there, learned to cut some grass, those kinds of things. Sam will come through with his muscle, but he's going to be distracted a lot. He's on his way. It might be all day, but he's coming.
Yeah.
And when he comes, he will do a big piece of the work, and then you got to come back and say, please finish, please finish, please finish. But he will do it. And sat here and said, let me tell you my schedule in case you need some more help next week. I'm available on Wednesday.
Yes.
What? Okay. But Tobias's number one is John. He gets a little irritated if I pick him up. I don't know if it's my drive. I don't know what it is. He come down. He says, where's my grandpa? When I pick him up, where's my grandpa? And I said, did you want to walk? Because I know how to drive. You can walk. And that's part of why I don't want to get in that. There's something that's going on for Tobias when he's with his grandpa. And that's how he calls his name, my grandpa. He don't care what he is to the rest of you. He's my grandpa. And so when we would get home and he'd finally catch up to John, he'd say, my grandma picked me up. I don't know if it was an accusation or a question, but it's an issue. And I don't like that. I remember one morning he was like, where's my grandpa? And I said, he's not here right now. And he says, who's going to help me do my math? And I'm like, oh, you don't think I can add subtract? I'm happy to leave him to it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But it seems like people have, there's certain things I can depend on from certain kids. I couldn't be more pleased with the job that Lacey and Peyton are doing with Malachi.
They are.
And
doing
then
great.
some of the spin-off conversations I've been able to have with Lacey around parenting and how she feels and was it what she thought it would be. And she just told me, and that little boy runs circles around her. She just looked cross-eyed tired. And she said this to me recently. She said, I don't know how people can leave their children. She said, this is a different kind of love. And she, you know, that song you mentioned about masterpiece, that's how she look at that boy. That's the masterpiece right there. Not that the baby's perfect, but the love that she feels really helped her grow a whole lot more than anything else.
Because her and Asia are a lot alike. They didn't understand about what happened to them. And I see this in a lot of kids, no matter how their parents, their mothers especially.
Oh, they
act
had that
what
poor
they do.
chick paying a bad.
The mothers, they still love them and they still crave them, no matter what. And they were given a disservice.
Yeah. That's what builds our relationship.
But I don't think it was a disservice. This is what I believe. I believe that despite giving birth to everybody, there was an understanding that I can't do this 24/7 to adulthood. But these other folks can help usher you in. And when I can, at the level I can, I will. In the case of our three, the two girls, not so much Samuel, because I think he was very comfortable. He had what he needed, kind of like Tobias. Tobias is cool. Hey, what's up, Mom? What's up, Dad? Where my grandpa? Hey, Grandma. You know, his life is settled. It's stable. He's happy. He, you know, he can move in between his cousins, his siblings. He's good. That's the way Sam was. But the girls seem to have held her to a higher standard. And I have spent the last few years, especially with her no longer being here. And we've done this a lot to say, when we look at you, we do think about your mom and how proud she would be of what you've accomplished. But I recently sent him a text message saying, she didn't want you to make the same mistakes she made. And the person who took her life was all of these things. So steer clear of it. You're out of the house, but you're never too grown to let us know what's happening and to let us help before it's a tragedy. Because everything you choose to do will impact our whole family.
Yes.
What put joy in my heart, Toy and John and Carol, is when it came to Asia and Jennifer, especially after Asia left on her own. We always thought that when Jennifer's passing took place, Asia and Jennifer never mended.
Oh, no.
But I found out they did.
It was rocky, though.
It was rocky.
Yes,
but there were times they would go down to Lawrence. We didn't know that. So not all the times are we involved in the success of them.
That's true.
They had to do that. And it was beautiful because she'll show us pictures of when did this take place?
Allie-
Jennifer holding Nova.
Allie and Jennifer were on the phone every day together. And they were just trying to repair from some kind of breakup. I didn't know all that was on the wall of the Facebook because there would have been heck to pay. We don't do that on the wall. But anyway, I just want to thank you all for the 22 years we've been together. For your consistency, always coming in. You know, you in just as many birthday party pictures and things as I am. You know, tea party, yeah.
Yes.
And I just want you to know I love y'all.
Yes.
I really do.
Yeah.
I still owe you the red dress sachet, but I love you. And I know in the last few years, I heard about the early years, and I know in the last few years, Carol, there's been lots of losses, and it's been hard. You're looking good, sister.
Thank you.
And you keep pushing.
Yes.
Do not stop. And thank you so much for celebrating us and being willing to be with us.
You're a gift.
We love you guys
You
too.
are a
Thank you
gift.
for having us. You are a gift. So
Solid.
you're a gift. Keep giving. So keep giving. So. Well, that's it for this session of Love Mary Moments. We thank the Joneses for coming and sharing their life and their love with us and leaving a whole lot of nuggets. So we look forward to seeing you next time. God bless you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Wakanda forever.
Oh, Lord. He had to get that in.